Namaste. Okay. Hi guys. Namaste, my Zen zebras, my merry mermaids, my merry mermen. I know there's one or two out there, men. Okay, baby. My dog's going nuts, so 1 second. What's the matter? Okay, baby. Okay, baby. Thank you for protecting us. Guys, I'm sorry. My dog freaks out and he looks like he's looking at something outside. And so I'm scared. Usually Devin, he's in bed, but usually Devin will say, open the door and let him go out. And I'm like, I don't want anybody to hurt my dog. So let's hope that wasn't anything. Anyhow, the reason why I'm standing is because I want to say my prayers standing up. Okay? Having a little spot of tea. And as you saw that this video, sorry, it took me a while because somebody had requested this video, and I usually don't do, I shouldn't even say this because I say this and then I usually do it. Anyhow, this person is, I believe from England, and she requested me to do this little short video, which I don't know, I can't see in the future that well to know how long it'll be. But when I'm trying to contact Spirit, so she had been emailing me her questions. I was waiting for her questions, but I wasn't getting the emails, and I don't know if she believed me at first. Okay, there's one thing about Mystic Brady. There's a few things, but there's one thing. I may seem nutty. I may seem like a little, not irresponsible, but like a little la-la. But I am very loyal, and I am also, I never lie. Okay, I try not to anyway, but I kept telling her I'm not receiving your emails. So then I just said, put your questions in the comments, because I was able to see the comments coming up. So anyhow, what happened was my phone keeps on saying that I ran out of storage a long time ago. I hadn't been getting any emails. I usually would get emails from Angela. She would give me those beautiful pictures she makes out of the missing kids that I look for and people, and also me. She'll make up like the cartoon image of Mystic Brady. However, I wasn't getting any emails, so I tried to erase a whole bunch of emails. I still wasn't getting her emails, and then I think she said forget about it. But this is how I do videos. If I say I'm going to do something, I definitely do it. Okay, and I told her I would try to contact Aaron and ask even just in my head the questions that she asked me. So that's what I'm going to try to do. But please don't be mad at me for not being able to jump on to do this video. The only way I do it, I don't do it through WhatsApp. I don't do it through emails. Like sometimes I answer a question through email, but that's not a reading. Very rarely do I do it on the phone. Okay, even paid readings I don't do on the phone, because what happened was I found out that I liked, not only that I could do it through, I've read people all over the world through the internet, okay? And the way I do it is I'm very comfortable with getting my prayers, having my candles lit, having my incense, meditating beforehand, writing down my notes, having my music on, and then I upload that video. And if you don't want your name said, then we have a nickname, or I have initials, and so no one really knows who it's about. But probably in this title, okay, now I'm tired, so I did go for my walk today, so you can't say that I was lazy today, because I wasn't. I went for my walk, and then what happened was, even though I went to the gym yesterday, I had no problem doing my 33 minutes on the treadmill. But what happened was today, when I went for my walk, it was a beautiful day out, and I got to doing my walk, and I just really aimed for 30 minutes or 25 minutes, and then I pushed myself to make it 30, because that's what the doctor said, 5 days a week. But it doesn't always happen. Anyway, I started getting dizzy, and Devin said, maybe because you're hungry. And I was like, yeah, I had a bagel earlier, but it was around dinner time. But I just got that feeling again where somebody's squeezing my neck, because I have the problem with my neck. And I felt I had to get home, and I had to sit down, because I just feel like this. And then earlier I wanted to do the reading for this particular person, which was yesterday. I wanted to do it, and I couldn't do it. I was tired, and I just felt like a migrainey headache type of thing. And I just realized I don't have any of my crystals out. Why? Where are all my crystals? Well, I got this one. I got rose quartz, and I have this one. Okay, because I'm trying to keep the table neat ever since I cleaned it off, because it's a horror show to clean up. Anyway, so I've been wearing this for hours and hours, because I thought I was doing this much earlier, but it doesn't matter. I have my own time schedule, okay? So when you're trying to contact spirit, and you're trying to answer specific questions, it takes a lot of meditation time. So that's what I just wanted to tell the person, or anybody who cares, okay, who's interested in a reading. And usually it's $60, that one price. But this, I had told the person, I'm just gonna do this. And I do this all the time. And she said, send me the link. Well, you're out of luck there too, because this girl, this old lady, this dude over here doesn't know how to do a link. Okay? Yes, it's true. I am a retro girl in a techno world. Okay? But I'm not plastic. All right? The only thing plastic about me are my nails. So sorry. Hopefully just watching and you'll see it. I'll try to throw you an email now that I think it's working. And those of you who wanted to order artwork, hopefully for Christmas or birthdays, or reading, my email seems to be working. Okay? But just to be sure, on the safe side, throw it in the comments first. Throw your messages in the comments, because I always read the comments. It's just that sometimes it just takes me a little longer. I'm not that popular, people, okay? So I can get through the comments, all right? And that's why I was like, yeah, where's all my emails? Where? And she kept telling me, I emailed you so many times already, and I see your picture. And I was like, holy crap, did she put it in PayPal? Because my picture's only on PayPal. Then I realized YouTube updated itself, and I'm under Mystic Brady, and now they put your photo there too. So she was right. And I think I fixed the problem. I hope so. Thank you, dear God. Thank you, angels, for helping me. Okay. So I just want to say that I got a lot of candles going on today. This one says PK Patty Carr, for health, Judy and Judy's husband. Actually, it says Judy's husband, but Judy, I hope your MRI went all right. Jolissa, she's been found. PK again, Patty Carr. This must be Patty Carr's main candle. If you don't believe me, here it is. So every time I light this, hopefully Judy and Judy's husband and Patty Carr feel it, and Jolissa as well in heaven. Jolissa. Okay? And then the other one that I added my sister, my daughter, Laura Ann, because she has the vid, but she feels a little bit better. We also have, thank you for the prayers, by the way. Prayers work. Thank you, Crystal, for lighting the candle for her. Crystal Medicine lit like 2 big candles, put all crystals around it. Thank you so much. And Zen Jen, and thank you anybody who prayed, and Flyer B, I'm gonna do an unboxing, but I have everything, I have things in order, so I'm gonna get to the unboxing probably tomorrow, okay, God willing. Yeah, and I'm on the docket. I'm trying to go back to work because I need it for my head. I'll feel better if I go back to work, but there's been no jobs. So I'm gonna just be open and receptive to receiving a job, even if, I'll be available at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning to wake up and shower or whatever. Maybe I'll shower tonight. Anyhow, but so far, no jobs. Okay. And I put on my docket, I put on my manifestation that I'm going to sell 15 paintings. I've sold 2 so far. Okay, so what is that? 13 to go. And my books, I think I said 5 books or 7 books. And also have 3 readings lined up for December. Okay, so let's see so far. And also work at least 3 days a week as a sub until Christmas. In other words, the whole month of December, the end of November, the whole month of December. Let's see if it happens. What you have to do is you write it down in your book, write it down on your paper or your journal, but make sure you look at it and make sure you think about those things and be happy and grateful. And yesterday, after I wrote it down, after I got out of the post office and I was looking at what Flyer B gave me, why am I holding this? That's nuts. Okay. After I was looking at what Flyer B gave me, and a beautiful Thanksgiving Day card for me and Devin and Connor and Casper, I took out my book that I just bought that fits into my pocketbook, because I had a bigger one, but that's too heavy. I don't want to throw out off the old neck. And I took out my little thin book and I wrote in it what I want to manifest for the next couple of weeks and month. We'll round it up to a month. And right after that, that's when the golden one and Iced Faith was sold. Okay, so I was happy and grateful for that. And so it can happen fast, guys. That's why we have to when we manifest, we have to think a good thought. Don't think I'm never gonna sell anything and it's always gonna be up on the walls. No, I know I say that, and then Devin says to me, "Oh, you know that you always say that nobody wants your art, your healing art," and then all of a sudden you start to sell it again. Okay, and then a couple months go by. Anyway, No, it happens. It happens. You know what? Not in my time frame, in God's time frame. Just like on this candle, I was holding it because baby Quentin will be found, it says. Or baby Quentin is found. And you guess what? Baby Quentin was found. And clink clink happened for half the people that should go to clink clink. The other one really needs to go to clink clink. But we'll see. Okay? Then now we have to focus on Michael, Joseph Vaughn. We have to focus on Summer Moon, Utah Wells, and all the rest. Okay? We'll get there. We'll get there. And the Idaho 4. Started writing down their names in my book. And you know what that means. I'm going to be focusing on them. Because there's a killer out there. It still hasn't been caught. Okay, so. Alright, so part of my process, and if you don't want to hear this part, you can always fast forward. Okay, just go like this. Boom. Okay. Part of my process, some people do care, is that I need my incense going. This is a Palo Santo sticks. And I couldn't find my my flat incense holder. I think I have one outside, but I don't want to bring that one in because that's for outside when I do the burns and stuff. Yeah, when's that happening? Anyway, part of my process is that I need my candles, I need my meditation music. We're listening to Jason Stevenson, Dopamine Release. So if I get a little silly, it's not because I'm drinking wine. Okay? It's not because I have any kind of medication in the old bread basket. It's because I'm listening to just strict meditation music, having a cup of tea. Being good. Okay, anyhow. So my process is I'm going to say some prayers. If you want to fast forward, you can fast forward. But to tap in, because I'm trying to tap into the ancestors of somebody, and their initials are M, M, and R. Also, this video might be for a lot of Aquariuses out there. Because this person is an Aquarius, and a lot of people say they resonate when I do private readings. I always go by their sign, so because some people might tap into, have the same energy. Okay, that being said, let's say some prayers because it's getting rough out here on the YouTube streets. Okay, in the spiritual streets, and the portal is opened, and the negative energy, we are seeing people for their true colors. Okay, I know that sounds scary, but life is scary. So we're just trying to. Okay, so dear God, Jesus, angels, archangels, and spirit guides, please bless and protect this space, and only allow in messages that are from a higher good. And I ask that you ensure only pure and trustworthy answers from the divine. In Jesus' name, amen. I ask that the messages I receive, I'm open and receptive to receiving messages from spirit, but not just anybody's spirit. The spirit guides from her initials are MR, and also the spirit guides of Aaron Carter. I ask that the messages I receive be clear and easy to understand. Please help me to see, feel, hear, and know the messages that you have for us. I ask that this card reading and channeled reading bring blessings to everyone who listens to it. Everybody involved. I ask, and Aquarius is out there specifically, because I feel like they need a win. Even though Aquarius, you might have enough money, or some of you don't, but Aquarius is, you need a win. And I hope you need a win friendship-wise, you need a win financial-wise, you need a win creative, to use your creative talents that you really haven't been using lately, and you have it. You just need the confidence to go. And you need to find that soulmate. And if you're in a relationship right now, you need to figure that relationship out. Are they going to stay or are they going to go? That's the song I heard. Okay. Will I stay or will I go? Will they stay or will they go? Do I need to kick them in the ass? Okay, sorry. Okay. So anybody, look at me cursing during a prayer. Okay, sorry, angels. I try to be good, but sometimes I don't do what I should. Alright, didn't mean to rhyme, but maybe I did. Okay, please help me see, feel, hear, and know the messages you have for us. I ask that this card reading bring blessings to everyone involved. I ask that any cards I use be blessed from the divine. I ask that this read bring blessings and answers, as well as good protection to anyone who listens. Amen. In Jesus' name. Spirit guides, be with me. This is for entertainment reasons only. Everybody is innocent. I am not a medical doctor. I am not attached to a law enforcement in any way. What I discuss here is just my opinion, just what I see in this noggin, what I hear in these ears. Okay? What I discuss is my opinion and allegedly speaking. Okay, God protects me and fights all my battles. No weapon formed in spirit or in physical shall prosper. In Jesus' name. No word said against me shall stick to me. It'll just bounce back to whoever said it. Okay, these are my closing prayers, so I'll leave those for later. I don't always do this on the air because some people don't want to hear it, but I needed it because the energy is very scary lately. And when I say that, I don't mean to scare you. I just mean to be honest. And in light of what's going on in the world, with a lot of murders and violence, you need more prayers and Palo Santo and white sage. Okay, protection shield, body, mind, and spirit. In the name of Jesus, please protect me and my family and those I read for. In Jesus' name, amen. God, please protect all that watch my videos with the healing, love, and white light. Thank you, dear God. Archangel Michael, I am divinely protected at all times. Nothing negative or dark can come near me or the souls I am trying to find or the people I am reading for. In Jesus' name, amen. The divine protects me in God's white light of love. Archangels come to me when I call them. We are surrounded by our angels 24/7, 365, but you have to be open and receptive to receive their protection, their healing, their help. I am a warrior of God. I work in Jesus' white light of heaven. I'm protected at all times. My spirit guides are with me 24/7, 365. And I am so sorry that it's 24 minutes in. But in a way, I'm not sorry because I can do what I want. All right? God is always with me, loving me, forgiving me, helping me. I made up that one myself. Amen. Okay. Yeah, you don't need that one. Okay. There's no current curses on you right now. Let's hope. Okay. So I'm just going to take in a cleansing breath, and I'm going to try to ask the questions that I was asked to ask Aaron Carter. I'm going to start with Aaron Carter, then I'm going to parlay into sort of an Aquarius reading for this particular person, okay, for one of my sassy subs. And so let's take 3 cleansing breaths, okay? I might close my eyes during it because I'm trying to focus on Aaron Carter to ask him the questions, okay? Sorry, I just need a pen. I just need a pen. What happened to my marker? And one more. Why do I keep on drawing circles? I don't know why. Okay. Breathe in, hold it. Blow it out in intervals of 5. Little bit, little bit, little bit more, little bit. Empty your lungs. Now just in and out. Can I please speak to the spirit guides of Aaron Carter? Or even Aaron Carter, if he's available in heaven. Okay, so I'm not sure if he's up to the fence yet, but I just want to say, Aaron, MR, and I'm saying her name in my head, wanted to know if you will have forgiven her, will forgive her. He's like, of course, love. Why would I? I'm in heaven. And heaven, you go through your life review. And you can't really go up a level until you let go of any kind of misunderstandings, any kind of self-doubt, any kind of hate or aggravation even. You get to see everything in your life that happened to you that was good and bad, and also the things around it, the people that hurt you. You get to see what happened to them that made them hurt you, or that was wrong with their mind that they hurt you. And he's just kind of saying back and forth, why would I have any kind of resentment to a person that tried to help me, did nothing but try to support me and be supportive of me. And he goes, I know that you wanted me to get well, and I wanted to get well too, but it was just so strong. The depression would come in, would slip in a back door. And he goes, I was weak, and I would do good, and I would do well, and then one little thing would go wrong. And I wish that I could have just thought, okay, my relationship with Melanie wasn't working out the best, but maybe I should just really just be better so I could be here for my son. And I couldn't do that. Because when you're alone at night, or even during the day, he goes, it would slip in. It was like making a deal with the devil. And he goes, and I'm not a bad person, but my mind was, like I said the other day, he told me, he goes, Katrina, my mind was fried from all the different drugs. And a lot of times I was saying, that I was clean. He goes, I wasn't clean. I know. I said to him, I knew that. A lot of people knew that, but everybody was just hoping and kind of praying that, you would get better. And he goes, me too. Me first. So he was like, I would have no animosity to a person who was good to me. Like, I don't even understand what the relationship was that you had with him. I'm seeing almost like a fan and a star and a fan. And he definitely recognized you as a friend. Yeah, he's like, don't worry, my friend. Don't worry, love. You're good. And I'm good. Don't think that he's like suffering. He's doing his life review. He did his life review. And he's already walking like he shows me himself. He showed me this in New York too. But I don't know if I said it. He shows me a white suit. I don't know if he had this on during one of his concerts, but it's all white, like a white shirt. It's silk, a white jacket, white pants, and white sneakers, right? And you might say, oh, well, I think somebody accused me of like, this was in the media, so stop doing videos on Aaron. Okay, I'm sorry, do you pay me? Okay, are you my boss? I don't think so. That guy is my boss, all right? So if something comes in, I'm gonna say it because this is America and I can, all right? You don't like it, why are you on my channel? Why are you on my page? All right, so he just said, you're funny, Katrina. I'm glad you think so, Aaron. Okay, but he's showing me in this white suit, white on white. He likes it. And the hair is blonde, really blonde. A little bit of darker, the darker roots, but he was a blonde. I think he was a blonde even as a kid. Anyhow, the silk suit, the silk white suit lights up. And it's all crystals. It's all sparkles, like the kind of sparkles I put on my canvases. And that's what I see. That's what he showed me. And he looks over his shoulder. He has a microphone in one hand. He looks over his shoulder and he goes like this. And when he goes like this, oh, I'm getting the chills. Thank you for showing me that. Because with all the craziness, so what he shows me is when he goes like this, one white feather comes off, right? And then he smiles and he goes over here, and when he does that, a grayish dark feather goes off on that one. And it's like the yin and yang of his personality. He's like, see, I was good, I did have good in me, but then there's also, the other shoulder. But the whole suit is lit up in glitter. I'm just trying to see if I have anything. Let me show you. Yeah, he's like, Katrina, you didn't expect me to have angel wings pop out. That's not gonna happen. And I said, no, I didn't expect that, but it was just very beautiful. Just now, I saw the white suit back in New York, and it it was all glittery. But just now, he showed me the thing with the feather. This kind of glitter. The whole suit was lit up in this glitter. So I think what he's trying to say is, I'm of the light. I'm of the light. Don't worry about me. I see my father sometimes. His father is in heaven, but he doesn't see him all the time. Like, you don't hang out with, you'd be surprised. You don't hang out, like Shanann doesn't hang out with Bella and Nico and Cece. Sorry, Cece, for saying your name so it took me so long to say it, but there's a lot of things going on up here. She does see them, she does hug them, and you know, they, of course they know her, and they all went over together, but they don't always hang out together because they have a job to do. Everybody in heaven has a job to do. So you are resting in peace, but you're not really resting because you do have things to do in heaven. So he's trying to tell me I'm of the light. I'm on the light side. I went upstairs, even though he was racked with drugs, racked with addiction. He had a heart of gold, and he still has that heart of gold. Okay, so you want to tell MR anything else? Be at ease. If you have a dream or a goal, don't let anybody stand in your way, sweetheart. You have talent. He's telling you, I don't know what it is yet, but you want to show me? He's like, if I could do it, you could do it. He goes, I messed up, but I would always try to get back up again. But he goes, I learned the addiction is a disease too. And he goes, what I'm sorry about is that I lied a lot. He goes, I lied to myself, I lied to my fans, I lied to my family, because I wanted to act like have a bravado. I wanted to be a winner, not a loser, Katrina. I know that, sweetheart. He goes, but I'm sorry for lying because it just made the journey worse. I understand that, but God did forgive you. Jesus is with you, right? He's like, oh yeah, 100%. And what is your message that you want people to know down here? Why am I always talking to you when I didn't know you work? He goes, you're easy to talk to. Oh. Yeah, I always forget to ask he just said something in my head. He said, your daughter was born 1 month before me. Yeah, my daughter's in 1987. She's November 8th, 1987. Aaron Carter is November, is it 6th? 7. I think December 7th, 1987. See, his birthday is coming up. He would have been 35, just like my daughter. So maybe that's why. Yeah, I have to ask her. Oh. He just told me, he goes, your daughter's a musician too. Yeah, but she hasn't been singing lately because she's trying to work her butt off for her rent. She's a bartender. Thank you. Give me a separate message. I'll keep that one to myself. I don't know what this means. In a way, he keeps on saying, he goes, I'm being a father. I'm being a father to my father. Yeah, he goes, the roles up in heaven are different, Katrina. sometimes you have to be, you reverse the roles. He goes, I might have been better off being his father. But he goes, yes, he did his own life review, my father did. He goes, and he's seeing, you know, what he did wrong, and he owned up to it. He goes, he owned up to it. Okay, so can I ask you, he's just showing me different, one second. Okay, I just need the energy to protect me so that I don't have to feel all of the feelings that Aaron AC has felt. Okay, just the good, just give me the good, and also the messages that I need to deliver. Thank you. Okay. There's just a lot of messages flooding in. I still can't get over it, but before I ask the question that MR asked me to ask, that was one. The first one was, will he forgive me? And that's like, he's like, that's ridiculous. Next, you know, like, don't ever, this is what he's showing me, and that's why I got teary-eyed. He showed me that all the times that he did things to himself, it was directly linked to getting out of the pain from the trauma that he felt, and sometimes even just feeling down, feeling depressed. He didn't want to feel depressed. Who wants to feel down? Who wants to feel depressed? That's why I have that music on. The endorphin release. He's saying that his music helped him a lot, and he wants you to focus on music. He's showing me music for you too, MR. Whatever it is that you feel creative at, or that you used to dabble in, he's like, push yourself to go in that area, because that helps your brain. But what made me sad is he said he was shown every single time that he did a drug or did the huffing, or, you know, even drinking, whatever he did. Every time he did that, he was out of his body, and God was trying to show him, look at this baby, almost like his own son. It was him as a little baby, a little infant, and then he was 1 year old and 2 years old, and he was like, imagine that little baby and somebody pouring, oh my gosh, somebody pouring down alcohol down its throat, and that little baby, somebody destroying that baby's brain and that baby's heart and that baby's body. So it was like he had compassion for himself, and God showed him that when he first went over. So he's like, think of yourself more as your body is your temple. That's really true. Think of yourself as that little baby. And would you do that to that little baby? He's like, cherish yourself more. I could say anything to anybody. Even if bad things happen to you, really cherish yourself and be that one person for yourself. You got to be there for yourself. You know, after a while you can't blame it on anybody else, because you're gonna have to live in that body for your whole life. And he's like, I couldn't live in that body anymore, Katrina, because it was too destroyed. the mind and the body. And he was like, but I was still good looking, right? Yes, you were. You're a young man. Oh, but he was like, did you know that I was having back problems like you? You were? Okay. He's like, he goes, if you watch my last and latest videos, I think he's pretty tall. I think he was like 5'10", 6'1". I'm not even sure what his height was. To me, everybody looks tall. I'll have to look it up. He goes, I was curving over. He had some kind of spine damage. Was that from a car accident? He goes, no. He goes, maybe. He goes, maybe once I said it was. He goes, but basically the drugs take out the bone. The drugs do something to the cushion in the bone, and the bones are like, it was almost like he was an older man in terms of his spine. And he goes, so I started having neck and back problems, but nobody wanted to hear it. No doctor wanted to hear it. He goes, so sometimes I was in a lot of pain, and when you can't get drugs for your pain, what do? And then he's showing me the cans. I'm sorry that you had all that pain. It was both mental and physical pain. But he's like, go after your dreams. That's the only way. Love yourself. Love yourself alone. Take yourself out of the family. He goes, you go through this, Katrina. Because I worry about my family. And, I didn't get to touch base with everybody in my family my last trip. And it's a constant, because I'm from a big family. He's from a big family too, and he lost one of his sisters. Oh, I wanted to ask him, are you with your sister that passed away? He said sometimes. He goes, you see, he goes, when he first went over, right away he saw his father. But you don't always stay with him because there's work to be done. There's a life review. And a lot, and he showed me some grandparents that he saw. But he said he did see his sister, and he said she was still working through a lot of anger things. She's not angry in heaven. You can't be angry in heaven because you just would be in limbo. It's hard to explain it. I don't know all the answers. I just try to explain it as they show me. Yeah. He said she had a lot of similar things to me, as me. He goes, but emotionally, she was dwarfed. He used that word, dwarfed. It was like a mixture of like, I feel like she was bipolar, but not really, didn't deal with it right. I feel like every time she was made fun of, even from the family members, when they made fun of her and stuff, she couldn't bounce back. She didn't bounce back from that, and so she was probably as sensitive. He goes, he's pointing at me. He goes, she's like you. She was like you, but she didn't get to use it. She didn't get to funnel it into ways like I do. But thank you. You giving me a compliment, AC? He's going like this. He goes, does he, I'm asking you guys, does he have an album? See, I am so sorry, Aaron, that I don't know all of your songs. They have one pop song. Show me somebody else. Famous singer. Okay, I'm going to table that one. Does he have an album cover? He's in white and he's like this, but he's looking up. Like he's prayer hands, but then all of a sudden he's looking up, like you see his eyes. I know he had brown eyes, dark eyes. And yeah, he keeps on saying to me, Katrina, did you see the difference in my eyes? The light was out of my eyes those last couple of interviews. And I'm saying, yes, I know that. He goes, but my last concert, he goes, I felt the magic. I felt the magic back. But he goes, but I was in pain. He goes, I didn't want to be a joke. I didn't want people to think, oh, you know, he's a loser. And he goes, and that kind of thinking is not good. They don't like it up here. And he goes, you do that a lot. I know, I'm working on that. Devin pointed that out to me today. I said like 4 sentences, and in the 4 sentences, when I was talking to Devin, I gave myself like 4 or 5 insults, not compliments, insults. And he was like, you know, I'm not going to stand here while you make fun of my wife. And Aaron just went, yeah, that's good. He's so good for you. He goes, I wanted to have that too with Melanie. And he to this day, because like people, I've gotten haters, I've gotten just mean mail. People are saying, oh, do you think Melanie would really, do you think Melanie deserves for him to apologize to her or something? I don't know, like, they go, I can only deliver what I hear in my head and I know is from spirit, because I don't deal with anybody else, okay? So, you know, I try to explain it as easily and as simply as I can. And I'm sorry if you don't believe it. If you don't believe it, you really shouldn't be here. But, yeah, people were like, no, she was a gold digger and mean to him. And it was the opposite. He wasn't mean to her. She was mean to him. They had problems, but he showed me when their love first came about. They've had many lifetimes together. Okay? She didn't want him to die. She wanted him to get better so that they can have a family, and she definitely wanted to get married. And he did too. It's just that he goes, I was destroyed. My bad. He's taking full responsibility. He's going, my bad. Katrina, that was my bad. Okay? And then he learned in heaven all the things that happen. You know, had he had more of a structure with his parents, even just one parent. My mother used to always say, all you need is really one good parent. If the other one is weak, you just really have to have one good one. And he didn't. Both of them weren't. But in heaven, he saw all the mistakes that they made. And yeah, he's going, like, that's an old-fashioned phrase. I'm surprised you're saying that. He goes, oh, I had to make you understand. I'm sorry. Sometimes I have conversations and I have to let you know what is going on in the other end. All right, so he just said, don't be victim to the almighty dollar. And that's really old-fashioned phrase. My mother used to say it. My father used to say it. And so I said, how would you know that phrase? And he goes, I had to say it so that you would understand it in your 59-year-old body and brain. Okay. And he's only 34 and a half. So, yeah, he just showed me, like, he was always fighting to get money because money equaled attention. Money equaled love. Money equaled that his parents would love him and be proud of him. So he by a certain age, I think he was 8 or 9, he broke $1 million in record sales. I don't think he got any of it. Anyhow, He was like, move on, keep it going. In other words, using your craft, yes. Using the gifts and talents God put in you, yes. That's a big yes. But don't be a slave, to the dollar. Make sure you have enough to take care of yourself and enough to have a home. I mean, he literally died with just one person in his house, and that was the housekeeper. And the housekeeper was a homeless person that he took off the street. So it's not like he had a big staff or any staff. Okay, maybe he had people work with him in the studio. But he just told me, yeah, I was hurting financially. Yeah. Okay. And he goes, up here, money means nothing. It's nothing. Yeah, God does want you to have good things. It's okay if you want a nice home or you want nice cars. But don't think that's everything, because you can have 10 houses and still not be happy. You can have extreme career success and still not be happy. Okay? Everything is love. Everything is love. And it starts with loving yourself. You gotta love yourself first. Even if nobody else is gonna love you, love yourself. Okay. All right. So the other question, I'm sorry, I didn't think this was going to be that long. I'm not even done. Okay. So thank you, Aaron, and the spirit guides of Aaron. Thank you so much for talking with me all these times. And I really feel honored that you would even talk to me. Oh, because don't forget about talking about Elvis. Okay. So he showed me, because when I was getting sad before about all the pain he went through, especially as a child. I'm a sucker for the children, especially. He goes, Katrina, you didn't have such a great childhood yourself. And I'm like, AC, compared to you, my mother was everything. That's why I miss her every single day since age 19. And he's like, I know her. I know about her. She's here. He calls her PB. She said to him, Mystic Brady's my daughter. But she calls you a different name. Yes. Katrina's my nickname. Anyhow, sorry. But he showed me my mother, so I haven't seen her in a long time. But she's young. And she's like only 135 pounds. She always told me, before I die, I'm gonna get back down to 135 pounds. And she did. Anyhow, thank you for showing me my mother. I haven't seen that lady in a long time. Anyhow, sorry. He said speak about Elvis. Okay, so when we were talking, I was asking him questions in my head and then out verbally, and then I got sad. He didn't want me to be sad, so he showed me, he goes, do you know that I even got to hang out with Elvis up here? And so I said to him in my mind, a lot of people think Elvis is still alive. And he's like, well, who's the guy I'm hanging out with? And he goes, and I have his middle name is my first name. I don't know if he was named after Elvis, because Elvis is Elvis Aaron Presley. Well, thank you. And so he said that he likes JP over there, which is Jesse Presley. Elvis is my angel picture of it. Elvis's brother, twin brother. Anyhow, so he showed me Elvis and him, and Elvis had his arm around him, and Elvis, his hair is all thick, and it was not gray, it was blacker than black, blacker than my shirt. And he kept trying to push, I can't believe I'm seeing all this. He's trying to push Aaron's hair back, and Aaron's hair is like, like blonde, here and here, like jagged edges and bangs. And he's trying to push it back, and I didn't understand what he was doing. And Aaron says, yeah, Elvis thinks I should wear my hair like his, all back, I'm glad you guys are up there together. He's like, Katrina, it's like we don't stay with one person, we go around. We could zip. He goes, when I saw your mother, she told me, yeah, my daughter could read you. My daughter could help you with your messages. She could do that. And then I'm like, thank you, Mom. She always encouraged me with my gift. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment. Let's take a sip of tea. Oh, now for a sad subject, but MR wanted me to ask you, how did you feel the night that you died? And I started getting some information because she gave me these questions earlier today. I started getting some information, and you just tell me, Aaron. Okay, you just tell me if this is correct information. He keeps on saying, I didn't set out to kill myself. I'm sorry, it was a mistake. I didn't set out to die. I wanted to make a comeback. I wanted to come back healthy. I wanted to be a father to my son. I even wanted to figure out my family issues. Because all you have is each other. And there was still a missing thing with his mom, whom he visits a lot. I check on her. But he's saying that, he goes, I didn't try to take drugs and go in my bathtub and drown. He goes, it was an accident. He goes, I shouldn't have gone into the bathtub. But usually that would help him to chill out. And he was like, I just should have went into my bed, because maybe that would have, I would have had a chance. He goes, I needed to go to the hospital and then some sort of rehab program that, he goes, I know I've been in and out of rehab. He goes, but I fell off the wagon again. It's just that I snuck it in there, and I had depression that I was hiding. But when I listened to the music, I felt better. When I was playing music, but he goes, my brain was getting fried, that I was like, I didn't know if I was going to remember the words to songs. I didn't know. He goes, I would prepare so that I wouldn't look, he goes, I didn't want to look like a loser. I didn't want to look stupid. So the night that he died, he goes, it was in between. It wasn't too sad. It wasn't too happy. Did I want to die that night? No, I did not. He goes, but I was killing myself little by little. And then a darkness takes over. A darkness took over. And I should have listened to myself. Something told me, don't go into the jacuzzi tub after I'm a little bit high. But I didn't listen to the white feather voice. Because I just went in there because so many times I would go in there and I would be fine. He goes, maybe if I just went to my bed, I would have been all right. Either way, he's very happy in heaven. And he wants everybody to know, please go after your dreams. Try to take care of your body, mind, and spirit. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you. Okay. So now this last part, before I do a couple of cards, is based on also somebody who's born in 1987 and Aquarius. I just want to let you know, MR, initials MR, that you have a 4 destiny number. You're born on the 4th of February, and you have a 4 destiny number, meaning 2 plus 4 plus 1987 equals 31, which 3 plus 1 equals 4. And what does that mean? 4 is a business number. So you'll never be happy until you have you being 1 out of 4 people around you. So like if you have 4 kids or 4 people to take care of, or animals. If you have more than 1 animal, you need 4, okay? 4 is a business number, meaning you will be good at business if you focus on it. And this year, 2022, you were in a 3-year, which is the year of Trinity, combining body, mind, and spirit, thinking a lot about spiritual stuff, and also trying to connect your spirit to whatever you're trying to accomplish. And that's good because you're listening to your intuition, and you need to do that. It's a shadow period, but don't worry, because 2023, you're going into a 4-year. All right. And what does that mean? That touches base with your destiny number. At 4 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, pay attention to that time. You'll get a lot of messages. Do you wake up at 4? And like just look at the clock and be like, why am I awake? Or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you might start to get ambitious. That is your number. All right. So basically, when I was doing a quick read, it was saying, this is the time for you to take your power back. All Aquariuses, take your power back, because you were in a hermit mode. You like to be in a hermit mode. All Aquariuses are like that. They're in their head. But sometimes you have to push yourself out of that comfort zone of being a damn hermit and get out there to be with people. But that doesn't mean don't go for the massage or the meditation group, or even just really getting to know your own psychic abilities. You should be doing that. And ask your angels what you need to know to move forward, to be at your happiest. That's really the main goal of the Aquarius, is to what makes me happy, what makes me really upset. Let me take the things that make me upset and stop doing them, and the people that are toxic, and get them out of my way, okay? Even if it means ending relationships. There's going to be a lot of thought. There's only so much time that you could be just like on hold with a relationship. Particularly, I'll talk about that. Partnerships are good. Like if you're in a business and you're working with somebody, make sure that person is on the same page as you and really believes in you and is like your ride or die person. Because you can't do it all on your own, Aquarius. Oops, sorry, my thing just went off. Don't know why. Okay. You can't do it all on your own. You need to be able to feel free to reach out. And I know that you're private. Most Aquariuses are, and they don't trust easily. But you need to be able to reach out, to ask for help in your business, in your job, your career, or even in your relationships. You need to reach out. Stay away from people who guilt trip you. And there are a few around you at this time. Like stay away from these people that you never feel good enough. Like you jump through hoops, and they notice the one thing you didn't do. They're no good. How many times do you have to try to prove it to them that you're good enough to be loved? You're good enough to be their employee or to be around them. And they just guilt trip you and just not nice people. Or people who tell you that your dreams, that you have goals. Aquarius, you have goals, and the people who you decide to share them with, because you keep them close to your vest, but a few people you have shared your goals or desires with, they might have said, oh, that's a weird thing. Oh, you can never do that. You're too old, or you don't have enough money, or you know, that's a long shot. Stay away from them, okay? Because they just took your dream, like a piece of paper, ripped it up, crumpled it up, and threw it in the fire, okay? So they're garbage people, all right? And I usually don't talk like that, but they just said that to me in my head. Tell them they're garbage people. Stay away from the garbage people, the toxic people. Reach out more to the people that love you unconditionally and that always want to try to talk to you. Maybe you just like in your weird, mode of Aquarius, I gotta be in my head, I'll talk to you later, meaning I'll talk to you in 10 months, okay? Because Aquarius need their space. But you need to reach out to those people that have been trying to talk to you, be with you, because they just love you and they just want to be with you. They just want to hear your funny jokes or your odd sense of humor, or you just need to hear theirs. Okay, works both ways. November might have been, it's still November now, but November might have been a little tricky with money, and also October. But I see you getting, might have even been sickly. You might have felt sickly, like not yourself, or actually sick, tricky, and sticky. I don't know why I got all of those. But like I see you going through like a maze, and you're smart enough and you're clever enough to get through it, but you just have to focus on it, and you have been focusing on it. Sometimes you need to step away, maybe even ask somebody else. It's like sometimes Aquarius don't want to tell other people what they're dealing with, because they're like, I don't want to worry this person, I don't want to worry my friend, I don't want to worry my spouse, I don't want to worry my significant other or my parents or my siblings. And you know what, Aquarius, you need to, all right? Not worry them. You need to express yourself. You need to talk more about your needs, because if you keep it in, it's going to come out as cranky. It's going to come out as like somebody's trying to pull words out of you, or they're trying to pull feelings out of you, and you might just want to keep everything to yourself. You can't do that and still be happy. Your goal should be, how can I be happier with myself and my world? Okay? So we need to reach out more, but get that massage, get that meditation on, get that take that class that you wanted to take that was for you, because Aquarius is always learning, and the day they stop trying to, for some reason I just heard a comedy club, go to a comedy club, somebody wants to go to a comedy club, or just be in a comedy club, or be on the stage, or just be in the audience. The day that you stop, learning about the world or yourself or numbers, because they just showed me some numbers, is the day that you're going off to heaven. So every day, you're never too old or too young to be going after some sort of dream that you have. And the dream could just be, I just want to spend time with this particular person, but they're not here. So you can always lift up a phone. Okay, so they just said they want you to be more intimate than a phone or a text or an email. They want you to make it your business to make the plans for that trip, or make the plans to get together with that particular person, even if that person is just a friend. Okay, and then there's this situation with some of you Aquarius out there that have a significant other, or have a friend. They're your friend, they're your girlfriend, or their boy or your boyfriend, but then not really. They're your friend with benefits, then they're your enemy with benefits too. I don't know. It's a weird situation for some Aquarius out there. You have to find out and fix it, and either fix it and move to the next step, or say goodbye. Tower moment. I see the Tower card in tarot cards. That means you need the Tower moment, and you're trying to avoid that freaking Tower moment. Maybe you have a contract with them, or maybe you own something with them. It could even just be a pet, or pets, or a house, or an apartment, something. Or you just have other friends in common, and you just don't want to break up. No. Decide whether this person is your soulmate, or this person isn't, and that it's just not, you had a season together, or you had a few years together. You have to decide and put the period at the end of the sentence. Either we're friggin' breaking up, or we'll get married. Okay, and if you don't believe in marriage, you're moving in together. Okay, you're doing something where you have to change the relationship, because right now it's like, okay, I'm in my corner and you're in your corner. Okay, and Aquarius could stay in that corner forever. Right? So I'm telling you, you gotta get your alien ass out there. Okay, Aquarius, and figure this out. All right. So yeah, there was some sort of contract. Money will be better. You just have to be a little more organized with it. But I see it. I don't see money being the problem. In the new year, especially. There's just some odds and ends that you have to get together. So we have finances getting better. After you let go of something that never really worked out in the past 3 to 7 years, that's what I got, 3 to 7 years. It wouldn't be something 3 to 7 months. This is an older relationship. After you let go of something that never fully worked out from 3 to 7 years, then new love will come. For some of you out there, new love will come once you close the door on that relationship that maybe you were ready, but they weren't ready. But then when you were ready, when they were ready, you weren't ready. And it's just a limbo. It was in limbo. So sometimes that's your guides, and that's the universe trying to tell you, it ain't working out in this lifetime. Move on, okay? So that you could be, because when you're with your soulmate, doesn't matter what's going on, you're gonna be together like a magnet, okay? You'll jump over bridges and fly 2 planes to get to that person. You just want to be with that person in a house, in a shack, in a castle, or in a shack. Okay, I like the Bob Marley song. We could be together, in one little room and be happy. All right. So that person that is your soulmate, you need to be with that person. You have great conversations. You kind of get each other. You don't have yelling, screaming fights, because the person knows that your weird ass needs space sometimes, and they give you that space. Why? Because they understand you, okay? Because they're a soulmate, all right? Not that you don't have to do any work. You always have to do work in relationships so that you can talk to each other and you find out what they need, and they might need more attention. They might need more talking. Okay, so you give a little and they give a little. Anyhow, you're gonna figure this out, Aquarius. But you have to put an ending to how the relationship was going. Some of you, like I said, might end up just breaking up with that person and starting anew. Even if you're single for a little while longer. And some people might even get married or just get together and have a whole new relationship that both of you are committed in. Okay? Somebody hurt your feelings and you're very disappointed. And when I feel that happened, it could have been in your relationship, or it could have been in a work type of situation, in your career, or some type of work thing. You got so disappointed that you built another wall around yourself. And the thing about walls is that you can't get in. Nobody can get to you, but they can't get in either to warm your heart so that you're not alone. Okay? You can't get out. So you got to get these walls out, and just know that's a learning experience. That person that hurt you, it doesn't mean that's going to happen your whole life with every relationship. It just taught you a lesson about that situation. It taught you to see red flags a little bit better. But you will, Aquarius, you will be in a happy relationship. Trust and believe. Okay? All right. That's that page. Okay. So, all right. Yeah. So there was a two-faced, or maybe there's still a two-faced player type around you. Okay? And you just want peace. Oh. You know what I just heard? Or are you that player? Aquarius, okay? All right, touche. Thank you, Spirit. But anyhow, take the focus off of the player that hurt you, or the two-faced person that stabbed you in the back and stabbed you in the front. Hey, we've all been through it, okay? It's called life, all right? It sucks sometimes, but sometimes it's great, right? When we could see the goodness in people, and when we could do something good to other people, and when we could find that friend. So Aquarius is going to be like, I just want peace. I just want namaste. And I get that. I just want to be happy. I want to achieve my dreams. This is Aquarius mindset. Hey, 2023 and 2022, I just want to achieve my dreams and my goals, but I also want to be happy, because I feel like you've achieved some of your goals and you feel like, I thought that would make me happy, but it didn't. So focus and ask your angels, what would bring me happiness? And it's usually who. Who would bring me happiness? And that comes in people. Remember what Aaron Carter said. It's not the money. Money isn't the thing that brings you happiness. It's all about love. It's all about friendship, love, family. Okay? And who we can make our family, like some people out there are like, but all my family's dead, or I don't have any family, I was the only child, or I'm divorced and I'm by myself and the kids are grown and there's no grandchildren because, they're millennials. So, okay, there's a little shade there. Anyhow, what God says and what the angels say is, find your happiness, find that person. Every minute we're alive is a minute that you could try to be happy and find that friend, okay? Find that companion, that significant other that gets you, all right? So long-awaited news comes in, all right? Specifically from an earth sign, because I kept getting pentacles. So Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, not necessarily bringing you the love, but they're bringing you some good news, and somebody in that sign, or it could be any sign, but I kept getting pentacles. So Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus might bring you a news of like, I'm sorry I did this to you. I'm sorry I stabbed you in the back, or I was a player, or I cheated, or I didn't appreciate you, or maybe they're a boss, maybe they're a co-worker, and they're gonna come back to you and they're gonna say, I'm sorry I played those mind games to you, Aquarius, in the past, and I want to clear the air. They want to explain their poor behavior, okay? Please accept it. You don't have to accept them as a relationship, but if somebody says they're sorry, and they seem genuine about it, because they've been, what I see is somebody that I want to talk to the Aquarius. I want to say I'm sorry to the Aquarius, but I'm scared. I did so many bad things to the Aquarius, but I was out of my mind with my addiction or whatever it is, or I just was jealous of the Aquarius, and they had so much and I had so little, so I was bad to the Aquarius. But now I want to say I'm sorry, but I'm scared the Aquarius won't even look at me. They're so mad at me, they hate me. Okay. Accept it when you feel like it's and it could even come in the form of a email or a letter or a knock on the door, okay, a phone call. Please accept it and don't just ignore it, because sometimes people really just, and I feel like this person does want to apologize and they mean it. Sometimes people just need that forgiveness that you can find in your heart. Okay. In order for them to heal, and that kind of helps you to heal too from what they did to you, so you can move on and not stay in the pain. Okay. And take it to your other relationships or your other job sites. Okay. So they also will explain their actions, and they want to offer love or at least friendship. And you might not want to be friends anymore with them, but you could at least accept their apology. Aquarius don't like two-faced people. They have a lot of trouble with that. They're usually very loyal themselves. Somebody's wasting your time. Oh, Aquarius don't like people to waste their time. All right. So somebody has wasted too much of the Aquarius's time. And Aquarius did put a lot of energy. You did. You put a lot of energy into somebody. But it might be time to put the period at the end of the sentence if you feel like that person and you aren't going to jive. Or it could be a business, or even an employer, or could even be, because they're showing me there might be a move that you're going to make. So it could be selling your house or moving to a different location. But it's all part of your journey, and I feel it's for the better. So moving, travel, end of your detachment from a certain trajectory. And I don't know how to spell that word, but I remember when I was taking these notes today, I wrote, I gotta write down trajectory. So let me read that again. Move or travel is happening for you, or going to happen for Aquariuses, or most Aquariuses. And it's good because it's an end of maybe what's been happening for the last 3 to 7 years. And also it moves you from one, it detaches you from a certain trajectory. So you're on a path and you're like, oh, this is going to get me happiness. Going down Avenue A is going to get me happiness. And then you found out you got down Avenue A and you got to the end of the Avenue A and you're like, I'm still not happy. So you're getting off that trajectory and going to Avenue B or even Z, and you're seeing if you're constantly looking for, you're ready to start to look again for that happiness, that said happiness that you want. And you thought you can get it at the end of Avenue A, and you're very disappointed. You're like, most people, when they get to the end of Avenue A and they reach that point, they're happy. But you said, I'm still not there. So that's inside. That's inside. You have to think about how you were as a child. Think about your inner child. Think about your family. Think about your past relationships and what is missing and how you want it. Maybe there was a relationship you had in the past, even as a kid, because they just showed me from 10 to about 17. There was a relationship in there between 10 and 17, like friendship. I'm talking friendship. And you don't have that anymore. And you want that feeling of freedom, of being silly and talking about your dreams. You had the same similar dreams to that friend that you had between 10, 17. Okay? So Spirit says, look into that friendship that you used to have, and you want to manifest that friendship with your soulmate for the future. That person that is okay with when you want to be quiet, is okay, is really happy when you're silly. And Aquariuses could be very, very funny and jokesters, but they have to put themselves out in order to do that. A lot of times they want to be a hermit, and this soulmate will understand that, the sides to you. But you'll also want to make them happy. Okay? So you'll want to do more things and have more conversations, because nobody wants to, feel like they're living in a funeral home. Okay? So anyhow, I don't know. Maybe I'm not making any sense, or maybe I'm making a lot of sense. Okay? If it resonates, let me know. All right. So, get off the trajectory. You will get off that trajectory of Avenue A, okay? Focus on what brings you smiles. Focus on what brings you laughs. and virtual hugs. For some reason, they told me to say virtual hugs. Okay, so virtual hugs is like, that's why, a lot of people will go to a pill or a drink, okay, me included, all right? When you feel like, hey, I friggin' need to feel happy and fast, and I feel down, and, I could go get a real hug from Devin, thank God, I'm very lucky. Or I go to my dog, okay, or I get myself a glass of wine, Jesus juice, but I'm trying to be good. Or am I? Anyhow, so in other words, you if you have that person in your life, or even the animals in your life, you can find ways to give yourself that virtual hug that's positive. Okay, that's a positive thing. Music is really good. What we're listening to for hours here is happiness frequency, serotonin, dopamine, endorphin release, eliminates toxins, and clears negativity. Okay? And it's Jason Stevenson. Relax and rejuvenate. I really believe that music can help us. And Aaron's going like, yes, Katrina, yes. He's jumping up and down with his big, thick sneakers. Music is definitely a vehicle to happiness. And if you find yourself being down lately, you gotta put your CDs on. You gotta put your albums on. A lot of people don't even understand what albums or CDs are. You gotta put your music on, YouTube, whatever way you can get your music. Or if you make music, you got to start making music. You got to start getting with your music again, because that is healing your chakras. That is helping your mood go from really down and low up to okay, I can live. All right, I can live to see another day. All right, so hopefully you know what I'm saying. All right, so yeah, you've wasted too much time with a particular relationship, or maybe two, both in business and in personal. Okay, so it's saying focus on what brings you smiles and virtual hugs, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote. And now I'm just going to quickly do cards, because I'm starting to feel dizzy again. And I don't know what's up with my dizziness, but let me just do a shuffle of all three decks and just pick one from each. Okay, what do I have? I have, these are my love cards and my angel cards. So this is focusing on Aquariuses out there. Anybody that listens to the video, it could resonate. But I'm focusing on MR. What do we need to know? Thank you. Oh, almost dropped it. I'm just going to shuffle all of them, and then isn't that pretty? I got a royal pink, and then I got a royal purple. What do the Aquariuses need to know moving forward from 2022 to 2023? What do the Aquariuses need to know? Thank you. What do Aquariuses need to know? What does MR need to know? And then I have the Kipper. And it's just so cute. I'm not going to use the book. I'm just going to see what I get. What do the Aquariuses need to know? Do Aquariuses need to know? Thank you. I cannot believe this has got almost 2 hours. But Aaron Carter was very vocal, and he showed me my mom, so I'm really happy. That made me really happy. Helps you to keep it moving and go on when it's so scary. The times are scary. What do the Aquariuses need to know? Thank you. Okay, gotta put the old glasses on. Alright. Oh, I'm sorry. They just said, light up some Palo Santo because I was getting too serious. Thank you. And I want to say thank you to Aaron Carter and MR. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for your patience. And thank you, Aquariuses out there. And thank you, Elvis, and my mom. Okay. Okay, so in terms of love, I got give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Yeah, I mean, definitely work on your partnerships, even your partnerships in terms of your career or your job, business, your business. Okay, duh, business, because they were like, and business? People that you deal with in business, like you're trying to do too many things on your own, Aquarius. You're trying to be so independent that you don't need anybody, and then you found out that you're sad because we all need people. We all need those relationships. We could try to cut people out of our life if they, weren't the right person for you, or they were bad to you, or they were mean to you, they made a mistake, or you made a mistake, then you cut them out. But then you're on an island by yourself. You're not going to find that happiness that you're looking for. So look at what we got. So these angel relationship cards. So I was staring at her because she looks familiar. Does she look familiar to you? Anybody out there? Okay. Then also we got chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And yeah, that's another thing. You'll know your soulmate because you'll be very attracted chemically. Like your hormones, your pheromones will jive with each other. They'll smell right. They'll be the right. They'll have the right kiss. They'll smell right correctly. The interesting to you. They won't stink. Okay. That's all pheromones. That's all chemistry. So they're trying to let you know, and they'll feel the same about you. And you'll know it like if you haven't like touched them yet, when you shake their hands and you make eye contact, there'll be something there. Okay? Because a lot of people say to me, well, not a lot of people, some people say to me, like, how do you know if you met your soulmate? And I'll usually say, if you ask that question, you didn't meet them yet, because you usually know. Okay. But it's no question is a bad question. I'm not trying to be a disser of a question. Okay, so they're trying to say there's a strong magnetic attraction there. And then this one says, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Yeah, so they might not be, me and Devin were not each other's expectations or type. We were both like, you're not my type. You're not my type. But you know what? Let's just be friends. And that's what we were. And we would just talk to each other on the phone, call each other. And I was like, I want to hang around. I want to be around that guy because he always makes me feel better. He always like makes me laugh and makes me smile. And he was the same with me. He would call me and just say, are you all right? Are you doing okay? So what it's saying is don't be so like hey, that person doesn't have the six-pack that I usually like, or that person wears glasses and I usually don't like people who wear glasses. I don't know, like they're just not your usual type. So be on the lookout, okay? If you're looking for your soulmate. They just said one more from this deck. Okay, attraction. So everything has to do with giving your work on your partnership, give it another chance, give your relationship another chance. Maybe things weren't said that you need to say. Chemistry, keeping open mind. Don't expect your soulmate to be the person that you usually would fall in love with or want a relationship with. And then the last one, and chemistry, the last one is attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. A lot to do with chemistry and attraction. Like you might surprise yourself, like, why am I attracted to that person? Well, why do I want to just talk to that person a lot or just be with that person? They make me feel at ease. And I might die if I don't see that person again. Or I might die if I don't get to get with that person again. And that's how you know. Alright. One second. I'm just gonna cause a fire. What else is new? Okay, let me just check this one. Okay, assertiveness. This situation can be healed gently with love as you've requested. Yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. Yeah, so the angels are telling you to be assertive. And they will help you in your journey. They will help you with the words will come, okay, to express yourself and how you feel and maybe what you're upset about, maybe what you feel dissed about, to see if that relationship is going to work or not. Or if it's not, you still need to have closure. Okay, giving and receiving. The entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalations and exhalations. When you only exhale, give, or only inhale, receive, you become out of rhythm with the universe. For optimal health, energy, replenishment, balance each inhalation in your life with an exhalation. So everything that you give, that you take in, and everything that you give and receive, it is all a part of that cycle. And sometimes you're not getting a lot out of a relationship or a friendship or even a career or a job because you're just punching in and punching out. You know, you're just going in there to make money and get out. You're just going through the motions with a relationship, and it's saying more giving and receiving. That's the ticket. And what I just heard was somebody out there is like, I'm not really getting that much out of this relationship, but what are you giving? Are you even saying to your partner or to your friend, hey, I would really like to spend more time, or I need more space, but I still want you to be loyal to me, or I still want you to be there for me when I do discover myself and want to settle down. Like, are you even saying those words? Or are you even given to that person like, hey, I never get any flowers, or I never get a present, or an invite? Are you putting out yourself to that person or persons relationships? Like, what are you putting into the relationship? So there's a give and take going on. Okay, now just gonna do the last one. Okay, this main female card came up, and this just has to do with like somebody that they have money, they seem to have everything in order, everything like in terms of their home, money, bank accounts, career, like they're established, but they're holding a rose. So somebody's waiting for that love, that component of love, friendship to come into their life. She's still wanting that puzzle piece, okay? Or if you're out there, this could be somebody that a woman that wants to come into your life and give you love. It could be an older woman, it could be a mother figure, an aunt or sister, or it could be I just heard an employer, somebody who wants to okay, so I just heard, it's a little bit complicated, and I don't want it to be complicated because I'm tired. Alright, I need to end this, but it's a little complicated because it might be somebody that you work with, but they want more of a relationship with you. So they want more of a friendship that extends. But you might be in a business relationship with them. So in other words, they want the business to go further, or it could be just somebody from your past that's trying to come back in. I don't feel motherly. I don't feel like a motherly feeling. I feel more of like somebody has money, okay, and they want more of a relationship with you. So maybe you work together, or yeah, okay. And they just told me, okay, just the last one. This is definitely the last one. Journey. Okay, remember I told you about moving or going on a trip, or really just maybe even selling a house, or just going into from one place to another. You are starting your journey, and it could be a physical journey, or it could be an emotional one, but I really feel like it's a physical one. So if you have been trying to move, or just end a contract, or sell something, maybe between a relationship, it will happen. Okay, but you have to make the decision. But I feel, Aquarius, you're going on a journey. You're traveling. Okay. I'm sorry, I know I said that was the last one, but this one, change. So with the journey card and that woman with the flower, okay. So change is definitely happening, and the journey card coming. Yeah, there's gonna be, I think, a different place that you're gonna live but it's all right. So, all right, I just got it. With that card with the woman with the rose, somebody that passed over to heaven, for some of you this might resonate. They wanted to let you know they're watching over you. They love you. They love you still. Okay, and there's more than one. There's also a cousin. The cousin might be still alive. There's a cousin in the spirit world that's watching over you, Aquarius, and there's also a cousin in the physical world that could be helpful. You need to talk more to. Okay. Anything else, spirit guides, for Aquarius or anybody out there that's watching that's not asleep yet? To be happy, because that's the theme of Aquarius, they really want to be happy. And remember, Avenue A, I'm not going to go down that road again, okay? To be truly happy, all right, I'm going to close my eyes so I can see it clearer and I won't get distracted. To be truly happy, to get your happiness, Aquarius, and anybody out there that this resonates, they want you to know, bring happiness. Bring happiness and pieces of yourself. You have to give more of yourself, Aquarius, whether that makes you feel vulnerable, that makes you feel like put up on a pedestal and you don't like that feeling, but once you take that risk, you're going to be closer to your happiness through your friends. Okay, so through your family and friends, because they really know you, that's where you're going to find your answers and how you can get at your happiness. You have to start listening to them a little bit more. Don't just like, you take it as them nagging you, but they actually most of them have your best interest at heart. They're the ones that are listening to you saying, I have a hope and dream, and they're not ridiculing you and saying, you can't have that, you're crazy, that's weird to want that. No, they're saying, oh, that's pretty cool, that's awesome, I think you'll get that. I could definitely see you getting that, attaining that goal. Those are the people that they're in your corner, they're loyal, but they don't get to talk to you that often because sometimes you're in your head, and maybe slightly a little bit like a Virgo, where you're being paranoid and thinking that they hate you or that they were mean to you once, so you're going to cut them off from the Aquarius energy forever. And so Spirit is saying, always be forgiving, especially if somebody approaches you, or if you want to be forgiven, you must forgive. And stop being hard on yourself. That's another similar thing that you are like a Virgo. Aquarius do say some bad things in their mind, but you got to replace those bad things with good things. I am successful. I am loving. I am lovable. I am creative. I am funny. I am fun. I can love. I can have my soulmate and my career too. Okay. I'm so happy and grateful I am with my soulmate and I am having my best life. Okay. So go find your happiness, and more times than one, that I don't even know the phrase, but it's probably right around you. Okay. Manifest. Namaste. I gotta turn this thing off. Okay. Namaste, everybody. Love you.